Hello, everybody, and hope you're all well. As you know by yesterday's video, I acquired a quote unquote Chibson. The videos that I'll be posting on said um, instrument are not to be promoting counterfeits or Chibsons. Even if my language in the previous two videos might have sounded otherwise. I again would suggest before tackling one of these as a actual challenge to work on, I would suggest buying in a $200 to $300 range kit from a reputable kit guitar kit seller, or bass. You might want to do bass as well, and go from there. And if you really want to step up your game, I would definitely recommend buying kits from Precision Guitar Kits out of British Columbia, Canada. You're gonna pay. You're gonna start paying between $500 to $800 for a kit of theirs, but your main components of your kit, your body and your neck, are going to be top quality, as if you got from any manufacturer. And if you want to pay the additional, I think it's $250. I think it's $250 or $299. They will actually assemble the neck and the body together, make sure it's all hunky dory, ship it to you all together for you to just simply add your finish it and add your components to it. So, anyways, already been 2.5 minutes into this. So, let me give a quick summary before I reveal what I reveal. Okay, I initially performed over a span of an hour and 45 minutes, ripped everything out of the instrument and off of the instrument, and actually started to sand it down. Okay, today I have put an additional, we'll say, 2.5 hours. So we'll say this is about 5 hours of work. 95% of this has been done manually by hands and not by a machine like a sander. And again, I said I wouldn't do this in the past, but I really honestly got curious, as like I said, especially the whole Chibson thing has been going on for 15 plus years. I keep on checking on it, and I keep saying, I keep seeing, oh, the quality of these is as good as the real things. Well, I'll tell you what. After working on this, and as I showed in the previous video, no, you are definitely not getting a Harley Benton, Epiphone, Gibson kind of quality level with what you get out of one of these, I guess you could say, illegal, semi-legal items. So just a further backstory. Again, not trying to carry us on, but I think it's relevant. Okay, so I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the previous two videos, but I know for a fact this Zack Wylde copy replica was not done in lacquer, not whatsoever. It was definitely done in, I don't think a poly. I'm assuming, I think, as I said in the previous videos, I believe it is a urethane type of sealer and whatnot. And when I mention sealer, because when I was grabbing the neck and I was showing it in the previous videos, I said it was pretty chunky. Well, it's chunky for more than one reason. The neck is also chunky because there's a fair amount of acrylic urethane sealer over top of it. And further exploring the instrument when taking the finish off of it, there was quite a bit. And when I mean quite a bit, I mean I'm going to have to venture and roughly estimate that there was anywhere between the urethane sealer coats and the paints that they had put on top of it, which I'll further get into when I finally show what I'm sitting at right now, that it definitely was quite a bit of work. How do I know that it's some type of acrylic poly kind of thing? Simply because all the instruments I have stripped down before. The stuff that came off this had a white powdery substance look to it, so that is usually the sign of usually I believe a water-based urethane / acrylic type of finish or sealer. So with that said, I've cleaned up, even though I think my hands still do look a little chalky. I did wash them all, changed out of my clothing. The stuff that came off of it was not super toxic as, say, when I stripped down the Schecter the Schecter Omen 6 that I had before. The stuff that came off of that was, that was nasty stuff that I should have had a breathing regulator for. And again, with any type of sealers, paints, woods, and so forth, I do advise anyone that they should be wearing some type of ventilation protection from getting it in your lungs. There's been quite a few occasions where people that are woodworkers have took on a certain special wood that they normally don't use, such as rosewood, and they start working with it, and come to find out they're highly allergic to it and have a major allergic reaction to it. So again, when dealing with sanding, refinishing, painting, and so forth, please use protection, safety protection, gloves, masks, and so forth when doing so. Also, if you have long hair or a long beard, tie it up in the back or tie it down, get it out of the way, because it will also get into your product. Anyways, sorry that's taken me 10 minutes, but finally, here we go. I've cleaned up. I've got this mostly taken down to about where I want it. So, again, this was a Zack Wylde LP Custom knockoff that I got in a trade. I did not buy it. I do not recommend anyone to go out and buy it, because for that reason, as I will show you, you never know what you're going to be getting. Other than in the case of the Zack Wylde, you automatically know it's a maple neck with some form of a mahogany body. So, again, sorry, but here we go. I have wiped it down, and as dust comes off of it, I have stayed away from the neck and the fretboard as much as possible, which definitely was mistakes I definitely did on the Tanglewood. So I went about this better, but yeah. So truss rod hole, I've had to actually go in and kind of smooth it out. It was roughed in there. I have actually sanded back most of the paint, most of the acrylic, and I think I'm just mainly down into clear coats. So that gives you an idea on, again, like I said, truss rod. Again, the neck, the only place I've actually done to is, again, to take the stinger off and take it back. I will say, definitely some nice figure in this wood. You can't, again, with the light on, you can't see it so much. So you see it in the light here, in the brighter light. Let me turn off my top light. All right. So here is the guitar in a darker, more natural light. So you can see the little bit of paint I still have there on the top. I've done my best to keep the shape. Again, this section here, where the top of the truss rod cover goes, I will have to find some way to fix that, as well as down here where the screw would normally go in. It is gapped in, as I said before, so I'm going to put a long screw in. Neck is fine, other than, like I said, you can see in here I have very carefully taken it down, and same thing within here, very carefully taken it down. There's some small bits. I've sanded it to 120 grit by hand. Again, small bit of paint here, small bit of paint there that I got to get through, and I'm not gonna bother with the cavities. You can see kind of on the back, it looks to be a if we kind of go by what's in here, we have we got 1, 2, it's probably about a 3-piece body, the main part of the body. The top, if I go by what we see here, 1, 2, 3, or it's a large 1-piece with a small section. Same thing on the back. You would hardly be able to tell. And this wood kind of seems to have more of a I wouldn't say spalted maple, because you can see some of the further wood in these parts as well too. This guitar was very pancaked together. You don't see it so much here, but when you come around the tail end, you start seeing the weird kind of pieces. So oddly shaped piece there, oddly shaped piece there, and an oddly shaped piece there near the neck joint. So everything about this is solid. Another thing I would like to note, remember how I was saying it was plastered in layers of poly, like you can kind of see here on the neck. I've actually scuffed this back and there's still a majority there, but on the neck here it's almost gone in back. But up here you can't really see it a whole lot, unless probably I turned it in the light here. Okay, yeah. So see here, you can't even see serial number, and you can a little bit see it there, but there's a reason why you can't see the serial number. It's not because I sanded it off. No, it's because they had so much urethane put down on this as a sealer coat or whatnot, that when they actually stamped it in, they actually didn't even stamp it into the wood. This isn't even wood still. This has the acrylic sealer still on it. They actually stamped it into the acrylic or poly, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure, again, like I said, it's an acrylic sealer. They stamped it into the sealer. Same thing as everything else on this guitar around the body. As far as I know, everything that you've seen for the bullseye and everything else, I would say was actually done almost right into the sealer as well too. So again, thanks for spending the almost 20 minutes looking at the further, I will call this now What's in a Chibson video. And again, I still plan to continue to finish this guitar. I'm thinking, by even the way this kind of top wood and back wood is, I really am thinking, combined with the maple wood, that I think I might remain with a natural finish. I mean, that's kind of a nice looking kind of multi-piece kind of spalted top. And again, like I said, just to remind people, you're never going to buy one of these and you're never going to find what I found on this. Never. You can find probably even more of an exaggerated amount of pieces. You could find one that's 5 or 6 pieces of the main body and 4 or 5 pieces on the top and the back. Like I said, the way the back looks, you'd swear that was one piece. The top, it's kind of more like a Norland era kind of top, which I kind of dig. But yeah. So with that said, again, hope yous are all doing well. Thank yous again for watching the video, and I will continue to update things as I go along. Someone offered me Some of their pickups they produce, I'm going to have to try to get in contact with them and see what I can do there. Over Friday and the weekend, I will be ordering a new tailpiece and bridge. I'm probably going to go, again, non-Gibson because of the fact that I don't want it to necessarily be a quote-unquote Gibson. I don't want it to be real. And when everything is said and done, I will do things to make this definitely be known and seen as a Chibson or replica guitar. Again, thanks for watching, folks, and hope everyone's safe down in the Florida area. I've heard of the storm going on down there, and all through the southern U.S. I hope you are all safe and well. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.